Hey Fit Lab, Coach Bree here giving the whiteboard breakdown for Wednesday, July 22nd. Today the equipment you're going to need is a box, something to put your feet on or jump up onto. And if you have an ab mat or yoga mat or something to protect your back during that Metcon where we're doing some core work. For your warm-up, you're going to need 2 rounds starting with 10 Supermans. So we're going to warm up that arch position. You go down on the ground, pointing those toes back, locking those hands up over my head, and then I'm going to relax and alternate back and forth between those 2 positions. After those 10, you can roll over and give me 10 sit-ups to warm up our core. Remember, I want to make sure I'm touching the ground over my head, coming back up and touching the top of my toes. After that, you give me 10 push-ups. Let's work on getting those elbows straight back along our rib cage for the push-ups, like this, and not flaring our elbows out into that position. When you finish those 10, you give me 10 lunges. We're alternating legs here. You can step forward, step back, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Just work on keeping that chest up at the top of each one of those lunges. After that, you give me 10 squats. Let's get those heels just outside of our hips, toes just slightly out. And we're gonna make sure when we get down to the bottom, we can do some ankle rocks, getting ready for some of that skill work that we have today. After that warm-up, we're going to get into our skill work. This is for quality, so we want to make sure we're not just blasting through it. We want to try and do a great job of each one of these movements. We have 7 rounds. You're going to start with 2 around the worlds. We'll be using the box set. I'm going to demonstrate what this is like. You'll need a lot of space, so I'm not going to just demonstrate the whole thing. But the idea is I'm going to put my feet up on the box, and get my hips up over my shoulders, and I'm going to walk around the whole box. So when I say 2, I'm going to walk one way, and then I'm going to turn around and walk the other way. The goal is I'm going to be picking up my hands and putting them down side by side like this. I don't want to start flaring them out and getting out of control here. I want to practice putting our hands up and down in line with our shoulders. So it'll look like this. Get up on the box, walk my hands back so my hips are over my shoulders, and then I'm just going to walk around the box, leaving my feet in place as I walk around. When you finish those 2, you're going to give me 12 single leg squats or pistols. We have different variations today, and we just want to practice working on our pistols. So it might be you just knock out 6 pistols with your right, 6 pistols with your left. It might be that you have that counterbalance. We're using a counterbalance to get up in that pistol, or you could be using the box that we have. So for that box, I want to make sure that I set up for my one-legged squat. So I'm going to do my right leg, so left leg's going to go up in the air. I'm going to ease myself down on the box, and then instead of leaning forward and jumping up, I want to make sure that I'm pressing into the ground and practicing standing up out of that squat. So that's 6 with the right, 6 with the left. When you finish that, you're going to give me 8 box jumps. We want this box jump to be as high as we can today, because we want to practice getting ready for a big explosive drive, big explosive jump on top of that box. So if you have a box that turns, you can make them higher. If you want to add something to the top of your box, whatever that is, we want to be pushing that height up a little bit more than usual. After that skill work, we're going to get into our Metcon. Our Metcon today will take us 21 minutes. Every 3 minutes, we're going to be doing this work. You're going to be doing a 400-meter run and then 12 V-ups. You've got 7 rounds of that. We want to make sure that the work is going to take about 2.5 minutes or less. Get about 30 seconds of rest or more for a round, and then take off in the next round. So it'll be that 400-meter run. You're going to hit it hard, hit it fast, get back in, give me those 12 V-ups. For those 12 V-ups, pointing those toes, walking my arms out over my head, and then I'm going to fold in half and come back down. If you have a rig, you can give me 12 toes to bar there, or we can also scale that to 12 sit-ups. Like I said, the goal is hit that run hard, get to that core work, make sure you got about 30 seconds of rest in each round for 7 rounds. Keep attacking that run. Let me know how you guys do.